Representative, welcome back to the program. After the last quorum break in 2021, the House rules changed to fine the members who left $500 a day. Thousands of dollars is adding up for them. But what kind of changes, if any, would you like to see to prevent these quorum breaks from happening in the future?
Well, we have to do something, and it's got to work because if we don't do whatever it takes to get the Democrats back into the Texas House, they will continue to do this for every vote that they don't like. And that's going to be a problem. So, whatever we're doing, it needs to work, and we need to get back to work.
Is there any discussion of any other types of punishment to make it more strict for them to be there?
This hasn't dropped yet, but I have heard that they could lose their seniority, parking spots, chairmanships. I think that's next on the books. So we'll see. Right now, they're just trying to use legality of whether or not they're allowed to leave. I think is what Governor Abbott is doing,
Yeah.
and I think he is also putting something out saying that they could be stripped of their seats completely.
Yeah. I know you're in your district office right now for this interview, but describe the mood at the Capitol because it's no business is being done there. It's kind of quiet in some form, I would guess, huh?
I would tell you it's frustrating as someone that takes me well over 4 hours without traffic to drive to the Capitol to come, and we can't do anything because the Democrats are gone, and then get in my car and drive back home. It's really frustrating. It's costing money that it shouldn't cost. And honestly, our time away from our families when we're supposed to be, out of session. And the governor put it on the call. There are several things as a retired teacher. I was so excited to get rid of the STAR test, like
Mm.
so excited to have that on the call. And we just can't do anything. The flood victims are sitting around with no help. And the Democrats are grandstanding instead of doing their actual job that they signed up for, that their constituents put them in place for, and just basically just putting their hand up to the people that need help. And to me, it's just, it's sad.
Redistricting is typically done at the beginning of the decade when the census provides new information, new numbers out. Should Texas be doing this right now, mid-decade, just because the president asked?
It's definitely legal. And honestly, it would just put us on the same page with many other states that have um, many Republicans in them, but are very Democrat led, or they have a Democrat lead in those Congress seats.
Yeah.
And so, honestly, we're just catching up with the other states.
Well, now we're hearing from a number of states, including Illinois, Maryland, New York, and others in California, especially, who say, "Listen, if Texas is going to redistrict in the middle of a decade, not at the beginning of a decade, if Texas redistricts in the middle of a decade here, we're going to do the same thing to make it easier for Democrats to win." Are you concerned at all that the Texas move might backfire on Republicans nationwide?
No, because those states are already gerrymandered. So I would love to open it back up. We might actually gain some seats there.
You think so?
I mean, it's possible.
Yeah, I mean, who knows which way things could go. We're about to speak with a California congressman, a Republican named Kevin Kiley. He represents the Lake Tahoe area, and he wants DC to ban these mid-decade redistricting for federal elections. He says it's going to be a runaway and mutually assured destruction for all the states. What's your reaction to that?
Um, I don't really. I mean, it could be good and bad both ways. I mean, it's more government to ban stuff, so I'm always against that. So I always like the government staying out of things and keeping things as is. But that's definitely not. I'm going to be all for redistricting when we get these Democrats back, and we definitely will.
After Democrats broke quorum, Republicans over the past few days held a hearing on the flood relief bill. Should leadership have made flood relief the first of the 18 issues that lawmakers brought up instead of redistricting?
Well, there was many meetings that were being held, especially the one that they just held. That was a big deal and something new. And so we needed more time on that one. But even so, who says that the Democrats wouldn't walk right out after that vote? So We just need to handle this now. Texas needs to we need to put our foot down and say, you do your job that you were elected to do, that you said you would do, whether or not it's going your way or not. Stay there and do your job.
Last thing here, Democrats cannot stay gone forever. Obviously, we've seen what Governor Abbott is trying to do with the state Supreme Court, getting the minority leader Gene Wu thrown out of office here. You know, as someone who's watched a couple of these in the past, why all the political theater? Why not just let the quorum break flame out? You know they're going to come back. This can't last forever.
Because they'll continue to do this over and over again and try to get in front of cameras and do anything they can do to get attention or try to, raise money. And they're literally raising money to not take a vote, which to me is illegal.
Representative, always good to see you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.